Is my mic on? Yeah. How are you today, tonight, and how is everything going for you? Community explosion. What am I talking about? I'm talking about not just our group here, but the George community, other like-minded communities. They really all seem to be growing in some shape or form. I mean, they have. And I think 2020 was kind of like a turning point in a lot of ways for a lot of people. And there's been steady growth, but it's been fun to see it happening here too. And having the opportunity to be personally sort of in touch, I don't know, leading a community. But one of the things I want to talk about tonight, and it's not going to be very long because I need to buy some food and I don't feel like making anything, so I think I'm just going to get some pizza or something. It's been a while since I did that and it sounds really good right now. But anyway, so this is probably going to be a short one tonight. Hey JR, I'm glad I connected with you on TikTok. Anywho, I've been thinking about some things the last few days. Of course, just finding out the possibility of me working with George somehow, some way, got me thinking a lot about what I'm going to talk about here, if I'm going to adjust it somehow, what I'm going to talk about for George Magazine. And so lots of things swirling around my head, but without naming names specifically, I will just say that we don't always agree on everything and see everything the same way. And that's just normal, even if we have a very like-minded community, right? There's some things that I'm going to say that you may think, well, I don't know if he's right about that one. And you may think some things that I may have the same kind of response. And so I'm just here to say that's okay. And as people who want to see the best for our country or the world, we need to focus on the things we can agree on more than what we can't. And like I was talking about recently, we have to practice the art of argument sometimes. And depending on how like-minded you are with somebody will depend on how maybe easy or tough that argument is. But yeah, we got to relearn how to debate in this country. And that most especially includes within our own families. But I say all that with a disclaimer that if you have somebody that's just on the polar opposite end and maybe a little bit too emotional, and maybe it's not just them, maybe it's you, maybe it's me. I've been there before where I was just so passionate about some topic that if anybody tried to say anything on the other end of it, look out. And I've gotten a lot better at that over the last 5 years because, well, I've practiced a lot and I've tried to challenge myself to deal with those situations better. But I say all that to say there was some talk on one of the George live streams recently about kind of like the state of our financial system and things Trump might be doing and this and that. And I didn't totally agree with everything. And just from dots I've connected, as cautiously optimistic as I am, I really do think some really great things are going to be transpiring soon. And I don't always talk about that because I'd rather be kind of, like I said, cautious and not get anyone's hopes up. You know, and I hope that's what you guys appreciate about this channel and the things I talk about is I never try to hype you up about anything. Even if I think something that's like kind of hypeable is going to happen. I would rather we just focus on the long-term goals and the long-term picture and just the truth that we believe in about end times. Could be tomorrow, could be 10 years from now or 50. And that's the thing, we don't know. And so anytime like a fellow believer, I notice they really have like a short-term focus in front of them. Like they're just focusing on Jesus's return any minute now and that's it. It's kind of a pet peeve of mine because yes, we need to think that way, like Jesus could return any day, but at the same time, we're kind of like no earthly good if we don't think really long term at the same time, like to the next generation and the one after that. So yes, our community, many like-minded communities like us are exploding big time. And that's really cool to see because there's a big shift that's happening. And so we're kind of on the front edge of that in a lot of ways. And I don't know, I guess the conversation has shifted away from Pastor Bob some lately, and maybe some of you don't like that. Sorry, but we're going to keep posting videos and songs of Pastor Bob and having fun with it. But it's just kind of been one of those weeks, and you know, I want to keep connected with you guys. And I forgot to say my hellos. Hi Sheila. Our Japanese friend is here. Ohayou gozaimasu. And Irma. You don't argue, but you confront it if you need to. That's good. Yeah, and sometimes you just got to walk away and pray and just leave stuff. Like I said, it really depends on both people, how it goes. But ultimately, we just really do need to learn how to have conversations again. And that's what I like about George Magazine, is because even though they're conservative, faith, politics, you know, they're obviously on the conservative side, but one of their main goals is to bring everybody together to the discussion. So they are very strategic about how they're going about it. And, you know, even with that, there may be some things that I wish they would say, or you wish they would say, that they don't touch on. But it's very strategic, so you kind of have to just appreciate, okay, this is their role, this is their purpose. They're continuing the legacy of JFK Jr., right? So that was the vision, that was the strategy, kind of. It was just a lot different back in the 90s when JFK Jr. started it, obviously. A lot has changed since then. You might say it started in 2001 when a certain horrific event happened in September. But ever since then, so much has changed, and the conversations have changed, the polarization has changed, and on and on and on. So, yeah, so I guess this was kind of like a little real talk session, just to say I'm going to keep doing my best to share what I think is most important to talk about. There may be some sidetracks in there for what you think I should talk about, or what George Magazine should talk about. And the point is just, it's okay. And that's going to happen. But we really do need to learn how to, come together. And we have all these different communities that are somewhat like-minded, but, a little bit different. The more we can all come together, the stronger we're going to be and support each other. So I could easily just keep doing this channel, my channels, do my own thing, right? But I see this opportunity for myself and maybe some of you too somehow to kind of merge with George Magazine. And like I said, I've followed a lot of communities over the years. I've been a part of even the staff of some different communities that you just have to take my word for it. I'm not going to talk about them or name them. And there's been no other better that I'd rather work with than George Magazine after all the things we've gone through. I've gone through phases myself. So yeah, I think it's going to be fun. And we'll go through this little journey together if you want to stick with me on it. And like I said, I think it's actually going to be better than just me keep on doing the content, because I'm going to have maybe some more tidbits, maybe some more interesting things to share with you. Just getting a little bit more plugged into things that they are doing. And I do think they have some inside info. Well, I know they do because of what's transpired already. But even me, like I said, there's some things that they may not talk about that I'm like, why don't we talk about this? Maybe I'll have an opportunity to even push some topics out there, but yeah, we'll see where it goes. I want to wrap it up there because, like I said, I want to eat. It's 7:20. I did have late lunch, but it's going to be time for late dinner. And I just wanted to check in and see how you all are doing, tell you what's going on. Did I say sorry, JR? I don't know, maybe I did. Yeah, it's not really a sorry, it's just like, well, maybe I did say it, but I didn't mean it like, I'm so sorry. I just meant it kind of like, hey, sorry. A little bit more sarcastic side maybe. But, I've never worried about who's going to follow my channels or not. I just, like I said, I just do what I do and talk about what I think is important at the current time in this world and just roll with it. And it's always, God has blessed it, and yeah, hopefully blessed all of you along the way. So it's all good. And yeah, I'm thankful to have been able to keep things going this year too, through all the crazy medical stuff and treatments and chemo and recovery and everything. So even that alone has been like a gift from God to, well, not just keep it going, but to really bless things, because it's only grown, as you have seen if you've been here this year, like you, Irma, so, and JR, and yeah, everybody that's here right now. So I'm gonna wrap it up there. Enough talky talk for this day, but I will probably be back again tomorrow. See you soon, and more videos and shorts as usual. Now, I went to the gym earlier. Now I'm about to buy some groceries, mostly dinner, but maybe, maybe some snackies too. Feeling too lazy to cook anything tonight, so it happens. So I'm buying some easy foods. So, okay, you guys have a good day, night, week, weekend, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching and supporting as always. You guys are the best. I will see you, yeah, like I said, I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Friday. Friday my time. Can you hear that? Okay, I'll wrap it up there. Good night, Sheila. Goodbye, everybody. Yeah, you'll probably see Cassie tomorrow. So take care. I'll see you soon. God bless.